engine in the world. Percy, Percy, he's friends with all the boys and girls. Percy is a saddle tank, he chuffs everywhere. Sometimes he is cheeky, but he's always fair. He lives in Australia, always chuffs around. Can you hear him coming? Listen for the sound. Percy, Percy, the greatest engine in the world. Percy, Percy, he's friends with all the boys and girls. When he takes all the mail, he is not slow. Turns his little wheels to where he wants to go. Percy's chuffing up along the steep bend. He is always happy, he's everybody's friend, and every pony's friend. Percy, Percy, the greatest engine in the world. Percy, Percy, he's friends with all the boys and girls. He's the greatest engine in the world.
We're lucky to live in this new country, said Apple. But not in England, because talks of what I did would be meaning I had crimes I hid. Oh, that's just a load of rubbish dumped in the bin. I couldn't stay in the company, which I retired early. It had been shut down the day I was born. One of Apple's first days were working in other railways, which were preserved enough. I never had any luck with unpreserved lines, said Brownie. My owners were the Chum Boots and a manager named Baron Beeching. He and them gave me trouble, and I had to fake my death to be safe. You were bullied, you mean, said Apple. Well, in my railway, there was an engine that used to be working with me once. What happened? Asked Brownie. Apple paused. This engine I met when I first arrived wasn't really friendly. His name is Tondix. I learned that he was trying to get me off the railway when he was wanting the railway to himself. But the manager said to him to behave good. Strangely, he did. And I suspected he was trying to stay bad. He was stupid, Apple went on. This day, when we were working on the tip, we would shunt the trucks to where we dump the green waste. Tondix went first. He wanted to show off and was to get past the board. But his driver stopped him every time. Don't be stupid, he said. You know you can't pass it. I can take care of myself, said Tondix. He'll get stressed if he doesn't watch out, I muttered. One day, the manager had a talk with me, telling me I managed well, and went back to his office to see my record of the work I did. Tondix was angry at this. He decided to dump me, so he came up to me and said, "How dare you manage fine? I was managing well before you came here and ruined my life." "Mind your personality," I said. "There's no need to think I'm better than you. You don't know what you're dealing with. I was the first to work this myself. Now it's time to get you out of my life by dumping you in the tip." Never insult a new engine in front of the manager. It's time you should learn why you can't be a bully. "What are you going to do? Bump me? I'm strong." "No, I'm to tell your crew." Tondix's crew came out of the cab when they sensed danger. "He's right, you know. It's best you leave him alone. You'll be moveless without us driving you. What is this? You can't stop driving me." But his crew weren't listening. They went to tell the manager. "This is where I'm to teach you a lesson, lad. Let me take you to the tip spot." So I put him in the tip drop, pushing him past the board. Then I went to hide somewhere. There was a rumble sound underneath Tondix. The line he was on was too weak. A rush of stones fell to the ground. The line looped, then the engine fell off, cab over wheels, straight to the bottom with a crash. "Help!" he said weakly. The crew and the manager came to see what had happened, but didn't notice me that was running away out of the railway, knowing it's no use living in. Brownie was silent. "You went to Muffle Mountain to live work then, and went to live here on Tasman's Sodor like I did," said Brownie. "My word, that's some surprise you're telling me. But what happened to Tondix?" "Like you said about unpreserved railways, the tip yard was unpreserved, and I was just in time to get out of it before I got caught in the crime-making. And Tondix, well, he was sent to the scrapyard. There, he never lived, and nobody, thank goodness, ever knew about me until this time I was told from Lady that it was time for me to get reborn. So I got taken apart and rebuilt with a new birth date. That year was 1929. The Muffle Mountain, to your surprise, was my home, and Lady acted as my godmother. But I retired it in the 80s and came here. Lucky you."
Percy! 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 The greatest engine in the world! Percy! Percy! He's friends with all the boys and girls! Percy is a saddle tank, he chuffs everywhere. Sometimes he is cheeky, but he's always fair. He lives in Australia, always chuffs around. Can you hear him coming? Listen for the sound. Percy, Percy, the greatest engine in the world. Percy, Percy, he's friends with all the boys and girls. When he takes all the mail, he is not slow. Turns his little wheels to where he wants to go. Percy's chuffing up along a steep bend. He is always happy, he's everybody's friend, and every pony's friend. Percy, Percy, the greatest engine in the world. Percy, Percy, he's friends with all the boys and girls. He's the greatest engine in the world.